We go. Peace and blessings.
What's up?
Yes. Hi, Wes. Hi, brother.
What's going on? I look ashy.
We are grateful. We are beyond excited to share this space. Um, of course, we've been sharing it amongst each other, but just the blessing of us coming together and, bringing this space further on to our peers, our families, and to the whole world. Us doing the work and allowing us to continue this mission that I believe that we were all called on because we all have a purpose here, and finding that purpose and actually doing it. So I'm really excited that we're all in this together.
Absolutely.
Yes. So welcome everyone. I'll quickly introduce myself. My name is Isini Ellington. I'm from the Bronx, and I live in the UK. I've been in this healing space, me personally, for almost 10 years now. What I believe in what I'm doing today, if you would have asked me 10 years ago, I would have told you you're crazy. I would have told you there's no way. Like, I don't even have time for myself, so how can I have time for others, right? And once I surrendered and I started doing work, I saw what my true purpose is here on this gigantic world. I'm a believer of like attracts like. Everyone that I come across who comes across me, that we share either similar stories, similar healing journeys, and all of the above. So it's a coincidence and a mistake that when we come together, it's not a coincidence, right? I don't believe in coincidences anymore. I do believe that everything happens within its divine purpose. Why we're here today, we are here because we have been called to continue to do the work. We have been called to lead our first overseas retreat. Um, my wife and our partners, we had the honor of fulfilling local retreats, healing events, which was incredible because it wasn't fully planned. We just went by faith. And by doing that, we have received an amazing feedback to continue this work and to continue to share. So I come in with sounds, frequency, music. So I will be sharing more of that later after everyone introduces themselves.
Blessings to the space. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Yes, let's put in the chat where you from,
Yeah.
where you repping, what part of the world are you in. My name is Jot Hudson, and I am called to this space, organically, authentically. This space is my intentional healing space. I, came to this space, I would say probably in 2014, after traveling the world, focused on fashion and focused on outer appearances, helping, artists, actors, musicians, you know, um, get their look together. I was hired in many different rooms to focus on the outer appearances. And, through that, I was led to my own healing. And part of healing is when you grow and learn and heal certain parts of yourself. Part of the polarity of it is you have to give, you have to share. And I've been blessed with so many teachers. I believe everybody in this room right now is a teacher, and you have been a part of my healing journey. So I am grateful, and because of that, we were called to hold space. We are just holding space. Um, we are inspiring conversation. We are inspiring healing. Health is the truest wealth. It is more greater than gold and silver, and we've learned this and we want to share it with our tribe, with our community, whoever's called to be in this space. This retreat that we are curating with our spirit, with our creator, with our ancestors, with all of you. It is intentional, it is designed. We carefully had conversations and numerous talks about what we wanted to share, what we wanted to fill each person up, that comes and that is called to this space. We wanted to intentionally, you come and receive, and get back to yourself, get back to your superpowers, and get back to, the real reason why you're here. So this is carefully curated by all of us, also as well as souls and spirits in Bali. We have connections with individuals in Bali who have taught us, how sacred the land is. This is the land of the gods. We chose Ubud for a reason. So I just wanted to share, just some of the passion that went into this. This is truly divine. It is bigger than us. We are, grateful, and we pray and we command that we will show up to the fullest in honoring this sacred space. So yes, that's me. I'm Jai Hudson, and I use meditation. I use mindfulness. I use healing as medicine. That is my truest medicine. So now I want to pass the rock to my power forward, Wes, my brother.
It was
We don't hear you. Wait, we gotta get the sound together because we gotta hear you, God.
oh shit. Y'all can hear me now?
Got you. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Times. Do me a favor. Your mic.
Can you guys hear Wes?
So you guys can hear me now?
Yeah.
See. All right, so you gotta mute your mic, Jai.
I got it.
You guys are good?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so my name is Wes, Brandon West. Just feel like when people call me Brandon, so West. I would say I am a movement artist. I would say that I am a athlete. I would say that I am a fitness coach, right? So in all of those things, I'm somebody that clearly has had a good understanding of embodied wisdom my entire life. But the side to that is my mental health. So I started as a dancer in the training industry. I kind of just fell into it. I kind of started marketed a little fast. I got signed really early. So there was music videos and tours and commercials and award shows and stuff like that. I had like a good run. But that entire time I was mental health. So when COVID happened and the internet shut down and I wasn't allowed to use my body anymore, I was just trapped in my mind. And sent me on a, like, when COVID happened, of mental, but more so like a flow. So for me, and this is prior to like spirit being talked about, you know, or even health being talked about, you know, and I look at my significant other, Ashley, listen, I need mentally, spiritually, because I need answers. Um, I need answers over the why I'm here, what's going on, and I don't know what it might mean for me. But it's 2020. Um, I've been on the deepest spiritually. It led me to, uh, and it led to Bali in a way that only God could have aligned that series of events that led me there. And outside of my own spiritual practice, which is African-based spirituality, by the way, I'm not Buddhist or anything like that. But so I was at a point in my life I needed spirit to show up the way I think so. A plane showed up, and me and my family from Bali, and the island of the gods. Never heard of this, right? But this connection I had to this person when they understood my circumstances, it was a matter of like, what do you mean? And we were there, not just me, my wife, and my child, right? And it's because I knew in my soul that I was ready for healing, and I kept asking for healing. I kept asking for understanding. I kept asking for clarity. And I'm like, yo, bro, I've done everything that I was taught to do as a black person. Okay, I done prayed. I done got on my knees. I done did this, but it's this, and it literally called me and my family to Bali, and it gave us this container of. This is how I explained it to you guys. It just feels like if a bunch of spirits hold their hand like over a dome, you feel like it feels like that space is just protected. Like, yo, let these people come here and figure it out, right? Because I didn't know this until I got there and was walked around and researched everything. But like, Bali is the one place that has the most spiritual tolerance anywhere because they held on to the indigenous beliefs against every other island around it. There's 4 islands over there. That's the only island where they're allowed to hold on to that. And so I feel like spirit was like, come, and let me show you what it looks like to really feel, to have the space to do so. You know, say you do spirit stuff, you throw some water here and some incense. People, they do this. They do, this is real here. Not like a get over here. No. They do this shit every day. And it was the most beautiful thing to see. It was exactly what my daughter needed to experience this early in her life. The ability for us to go, you know, it was more than I could have ever prayed for. And it's one of those things that now, what are the odds that I'm out there? And I think on my last week, maybe my last week there, I get a random call. Jai is calling me out of nowhere. And she's like, yo, bro, I've been having these thoughts, these ideas, these visions. Listen, we got to do retreats. I'm thinking like with Bali, I say, yo, Jai, stop talking. I said, stop talking. And I think I FaceTimed you immediately. I was like, yo, look where I'm at right now. And she had no idea I was in Bali. And the funny thing is, my last week there, I kept saying to myself, I was like, damn, like I don't even know how to translate this when I get back to my own community. Like I don't really even know where would I do that? How would I do that? You know what I'm saying? And then Jack calls and it's like, yo. And I'm like, that's so crazy, because I was just saying,
Not crazy.
I was like, yo, out here they don't have it for us like that. They have it a la carte, right? I can go over there and get yoga. I can go over there and get sound healing. I can go over there and get this. There's the indigenous of what they got over there, and then there's it's like Miami to Australians over there, and like Europeans over there. So you got them over there with dreadlocks, barefoot, doing their practices and healings, and more power to everybody. You feel me? But I didn't see it packaged for us. I saw the space. I saw the, yes, come, you seek refuge, sanctuary. But I didn't see that there was somewhere for us to go and get it, and then be, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that she said retreats, I was like, yo, when we come home, and this is God, right? Because I had went from not wanting to live to immediately being given something to live for. Like, no. That's why. This is why, right? I've been in this wellness space since I was a teenager, working at Harlem Children's Zone, since they developed the Healthy Harlem department. I was one of the first specialists. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was in it. I taught this to the kids. I taught this to their parents. I've done this curriculums, lesson plans, Healthy Harlem initiatives where we out in the streets doing farmers market stuff and da da da. We was preaching this. We've been preaching this. But this spiritual aspect is not something we tapped on, because that's muddy waters, right? And this is what really, this has helped me have a relationship with my mother now that I've never had before, and a relationship that I have to my immediate family that I've never had before, that I'm having with my day to day with the universe that I've never had before. You know what I'm saying? And our people deserve to have that same experience. Where it gets a little fucky is that, damn, I wish we didn't have to charge for that, right? But there needs to be something established for us to have, so people can come get this healing and get this experience.
Right.
My name is Wes. I use my body to heal my life, and I'm learning how to integrate mind and spirit with that as a holistic system.
Yes.
So powerful, Wes. Thank you so much for sharing, and it's so deep. Like everything that you mentioned, like how I mentioned, nothing's a coincidence. We've been like dreaming and yearning to like create these safe spaces, and then one of them was in Bali, and this was like in 2019, 2020. That's when COVID happened. We were supposed to go when COVID. It was like, oh, we're gonna stay here for
But we
now.
brought Bali to the Bronx.
We brought Bali to the Bronx. We brought the energy. Like we just continued to do the work. And not knowing that you were in Bali, like she immediately was like, you know what? Like we need to bring West in. And lo and behold, you're in the space without us knowing. So again, it's like no such thing as coincidence.
Yeah, but what's crazy is y'all did the Health is Wealth Festival. And I remember leading up to it when Jai had reached out, and it was crazy because at that time too, I think the job market has been the shit it's ever been. I've always been able to have something in hospitality and creative at the same time in my life. And when both of them out, I prayed one day and I was like, oh God, I'll know that I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to do. I'll be asked. You know, somebody, I know that my value is valuable. It's just valuable to the person that needs it. And I'll know that I'm ready when they ask. And John was like, yo, bro, I need you to teach. And I was like, if there was ever something that I said I've done since I was a kid, if there was ever something that I was probably thinking to do, it's to share knowledge. It's to come here and show them and teach, say what you do that. And she called me out for that. And that was another time when I had this, you feel me, and her barometer go off. You feel me? So, but that's how spirit works, right? And it's just so dope to now have the space to breathe, to speak, to say these things, to move that energy of healing on so many levels. You know what I'm saying? Just us being a space for this begins the healing lives. You know what I'm saying? It begins it. It begins before you get light. It begins into this live. It already started because something in you was like, that sounds a little more than I agree. And there was no retreat over there waiting for me. God just did that. You know what I'm saying? But I had the space to see. Oh, so this what happens when you have this is if I did meditate for 30 days, I was out there for a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, so also when we pray and we affirm every morning, I'm up. They up every morning before me. The sun is up, they up. They already two offerings. So okay, so this is what spirit work really looks like when it's your life. Oh, you know,
Yeah.
so now I got you. Get to come home and be like, yo, this needs to be. We need to give this to us. Like,
So I was hearing while you was talking, right? When you was talking about Bali, and just I heard something recently where this woman said she read from a book, and she said how our ancestors, right? They put their thought forms, their wisdom into the crystals of the earth. The land of the earth holds the wisdom of our ancestors, and with us, leading our lives, and not knowing, maybe fearful of what's to come because it is unknown. It's like just knowing that our ancestors have intentionally, place the wisdom that we need, that we're yearning for in the land, in the crystals, in the rocks. It's all around us, and sometimes we don't have the chances to really focus, and focus on ourselves, and, focus on or allow ourselves, give ourselves permission to be vulnerable, because we are in our masculine selves, which is action, which is grind, which is hustle, which is, forget about it. You know what I mean? Just keep going. So when we are called to a space, called to a idea of taking the time to just get back to self, get back to the things that thrill you, get back to the things that excite you, you know, carve out a little space so that we can heal these things, because we're being alerted. All of those, pains and aches, those are alerts. Our bodies are telling us, no more playing small. You know what I mean? No more pushing things under the rug. No more of that. Like, truly, it's time to listen to ourselves, and heal ourselves, because we are the antidote to ourselves. Like, we thinking, so many things outside of us are the remedy, and the remedy is right here. The remedy is staring you right back in the mirror. The
the,
remedy is that younger self,
the
that is
remedy.
calling out, for acknowledgement, attention. We thinking we seeking attention from outside. No, your younger self is seeking attention from you, your present self. So like all of these things, like we want. It's a moment to just take a breath, to get back to the real reasons why we're here. We're not here to grind. We're not here to simply pay bills. We're here to create. You're here with a divine purpose. Like, you are chosen to be here in this lifetime. This lifetime. And yes, it may be hard. It may be the toughest lifetime there is. But to think that you are chosen just because of you, the things that you call flaws are not flaws, they're superpowers. It's just how we looking at it, you know? So I just, you know, like this space is intentionally designed and curated, you know, and handpicked. My boy Wes went into his, you know, his spiritual Rolodexes and pulled out the best of the best. You know, he went through every process that we will share, we will go through. He's been through it, you know, so we just want to share this with you. Is, you know, it's from our hearts. Yes, and I'm just gonna pass the mic. I was just called to speak, so now I'm gonna zip it up. Pass the mic to the head goddess in charge right here.
No, we're all in charge, guys. We're all in charge. We're all in the same
Is Ashley in the building?
boat.
Yeah, she got Raven want to say.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Can we introduce Ashley? Because Ashley is also a big part of our retreat. I want her, you know, to introduce herself to you guys and what she will be bringing to the retreat, and then we're gonna go from there.
Boy, Ashley, I got somebody I want to give a special gift to. He in the building.
Yes.
My twin is in the building, so I think I want to give a little special gift to my twin. So, twin, if you stick around, I might have a little special gift for you.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Raven, that is Raven right there,
Yes.
the superhero.
And this is the wonderful Ashley. Hi, Ashley.
Hello.
Nice. You can introduce yourself to everyone.
Oh, I'm probably studying for the past 4 years. Much more, I can say. And I will be doing readings on retreat. So, you know, if you want to know where your life is going or why it's going the way it's going, you know, I'm your girl. So, if you want some answers, I can give them to you.
Yes. What's
Yeah.
something you saw when you, because I call Ashley a lot. Like, I always tap in with Ashley, and I'm like, Ash, what you see? What you see? So was there anything, because we asked her about the retreat, you know, like we wanted to make sure, you know, within the cosmos and, you know, planetarily it's, you know, aligned for us, and, you know, the time is right. Like everything was, you know, we really thought about everything. So we asked Ashley, you know, what she saw, and you want to share some of that with us?
I think with you, if I remember correctly, that this would be a time for you to actually start traveling, for you to do a retreat. I saw a lot of energy with you traveling specifically internationally for mentorship purposes. So that was super, super aligned. And then with West, it was really, I saw that it would really be beneficial for him to go on a spiritual retreat, preferably internationally as well. So it aligned for you and him. It was crazy.
It's my 12th house perfection year.
Yes.
12th house,
But
which
that's
is the house of spirit. It's the house of like
isolation and literally retreating
from society. You know what I mean? Your subconscious mind. That's what my sun naturally is, and my Mercury. Yeah. So it's so ill that I've had this conversation with my mental health my entire life and my spirituality. Mm-hmm. But to have had that retreat, and then now come March, literally in next month, my birthday, I'm going into my 12th house. Perfection year. It's the year of spiritual isolation.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, you know, because I just came back from my ceremony, which means that like for the next however long, technically,
for the year,
I need to be away studying. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And working on self.
Yeah.
So it's ill that the universe, that's just the way it's lined up, you know what I mean? And if you're in flow with that, you don't gotta be. right? It's going if it rains outside tomorrow, you got an umbrella or you don't. It's still gonna rain. It's, you know what I'm saying? How you deal with the day is how you deal with the day.
Right.
But it's so ill that we knew that this is the way the wind is blowing right now, you know, and it's all working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, that I was just saying, right? My brother is in the building, right? And I really want him to come, right? I really want, you know how they say, as you heal and as you transform, you know, your family,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, the generations before you and the generations after you, they heal,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, you know, it's been me and my bro, you know, just growing and learning and just, you know, thugging it out in this world and in our journeys, you know. And we were called to be what like attracts like, you know. So like I want to offer a little gift to my twin. And I would like for him to receive like a little reading,
Mm,
if
Okay.
that's possible, Ashley.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Walter, you still in here?
I see you.
Walter, are you still in the building?
If he left, then we're gonna choose somebody else.
Oh no, he's still here.
Oh, he's still here. Okay, yes. So what you need from him?
I was gonna say I just need the birthday, excuse me, and his time and location.
You have that, Walter, right? Can you put it in the chat?
So the amazing Ashley, like once we share, at the end, we're gonna share the website with the whole information about the retreat. But Ashley is like a big part in her amazing gift that she's gonna be sharing. Because when we came across her, like I was just like quiet because I'm like everything that she said was alignment and it makes sense, like with everything that was happening within like my journey, my space, my healing. It was like head on. Like I just had to just sit there and be quiet, just take it all in. Because again, like whether you're in the process of healing or you know the process of yearning for a space, you know, you start to overthink things. You start to, you know, wonder if you're moving correctly or if you're, you know, doing what you need to do. And so when you're receiving confirmation from the universe, it comes through people, because ultimately we all have gifts. It's just about like accepting it, loving it, and realizing that you have this gift and you have the potential to share with, you know, not just with yourself, but your community. And what, like how Wes mentioned earlier, like this space is not drawn for us as much, right? Like we see it in different communities, but we don't see us. And being in this space, like, is so important to push it, you know, to our families, our friends, you know, our community. And me and my wife were, you know, both learning to be more comfortable like with social media, because creating a safe space, the key word is safe, right? And so we didn't want to come off as silly and, you know, you got to buy this to join. And it's like, no, like our mission is to really inform and show people that this is a safe space. Like what happens here, like we're going to collectively do it together. We're going to heal together. We're going to talk with each other. We're going to just keep uplifting each other up. And I just love our space and our tribe, because we just continue to like come across like individuals, and in reminding them that they're not alone. Like we're not alone in this planet. Like again, anybody that you come across, like 10 times out of 10 they've experienced similar journeys or similar heartbreaks, similar triumphs that you um, prevailed, right? And the whole purpose of us doing this retreat is to continue to have these conversations, you know, continue to travel together and to, you know, show each other that we have so much to offer, that we have so much to give, we have so much to heal. There are things that we probably said, oh, I would never like think about that again because I'm just gonna brush it under the rug. Like it's gonna go away, but in reality, it doesn't go away. You know, it's important to like tackle these things and face it so that you can heal from it and you can become prosperous and also gaining your power back, right? Like this is like one of the most ultimate things that I've learned within this healing journey was taking my power back. You know, not blaming others for what I went through, and you know, just accepting that what I went through was for a bigger purpose, for me to face it, for me to tackle it, for me to heal from it, so that I can become better, so that I can become wiser, so that I can show up for others because it's so much bigger than me. Like I used to think, oh well, it's just about me. That I don't have time for other people, but in reality, we do, and then it's just again, it's just a blessing for us to curate this space and for us to do it in a space that is considered and called the island of the gods, and that's in Ubud, Bali, which I'm like so excited about. Like I've always like that was the whole dream again, was to take it there and for the universe to just create it for us without having to do anything, just setting the intention, planting the seed, and just doing the work, right? And sometimes it doesn't have to be loud. It's just about sharing the spaces with your close friends and your close peers. And if you can't make it this time, it's okay because we will have more. This is just like a special entry to share with our friends, our families, and our community to join us in the booth so that we can continue this healing. We can continue to manifest, right? Because that's what we're here to do. Like how Jai said, we're here to manifest, we're here to co create, we're here to do things that we authentically, truly love, right? Especially with everything that's going on. You know, it's easy for us to be distracted and be blinded with fear and you know, feeling that we don't have purpose because everything is happening all at once. But in reality, we have so much to give.
I just wanted to tap on of the retreat, just to give people like a good roundabout of what to expect, right? It's as intentional as my time was when I was there, especially in that last week when I got to the Balinese family that we were really close with. And they took us to these places that we asked them to take us to, but very specific places because we only had a week. I don't want to be around tourist stuff. I really was in my space of healing. Like I needed what I needed, you know, and I needed a waterfall and I needed a beach and I needed the spiritual shaman that I went to specifically, you know, because again, regardless of my faith, on like some spiritual G-checking stuff, like I wanted to make sure I check in with where I'm at. I want to respect where I'm at, and the fact that you guys care so much about how you do your practice that the world respects you, right? So I'm gonna come here with what I believe, but I'm still gonna bow my head and check in over here, you know, spirit to spirit. And so I intentionally said I made note of certain things that if I came back with family, if I came back like with my own people, I would want to do this. You know, like yeah, you could do this, but I would want you to do at least let's start here. Like let's start that conversation and that relationship here. And I know some people might be thinking like, damn, but Bali, like, you know, this the other side of the world, like, da, da, da. Yo, I really want people to understand Bali is almost half the medicine by itself, you know, because you'll see how they live like communally with their families, and they live multi-generationally, like within their like villa style homes. And I'll relate this healing to what they said about dying, which is I was like, yo, you guys all live together like this. This is so like family is so close. Like in states in New York, we don't live like that. You know what I mean? Like your grandmother lived over here. your mom's is in the other borough. Like, we don't. She was like, how? That doesn't make any sense. She's like, well, when you die, how do you? I'm like, yeah, we come together for a funeral and then we put you in the ground. Like, they were like, what do you mean? Like, who's there to hold you? Who's there to carry the casket? They said, who's there? Where's the family? And yo, we was in the car. We started bawling because they were like, yo, when they die, they come together, the whole family, the whole everybody. They now come and they cook for days, and they stay with the person mourning, and so they all do hospitality. That's the entire island, right? It's like 98% of the economy is hospitality. It's just being at the beck and call of everybody coming to the island, treating this shit like Miami. But I said, well, what would you do? Like, if we gave you a lot of money, like, because our money is a lot, like, ridiculous. But for real, like, if we gave you, she was like, I would save it for my funeral. I would make sure that, yo, it's a parade when they die. The streets, they come out, they adorn, like, everything is so. That's the medicine. Like, even if I went out there and I was not a part of a retreat, I didn't have excursions to go to. I didn't have an activity planned for my morning and a Jamba Juice. I didn't have none of that shit. And the healing was that I was worth this time. Yes, you can walk in your practice, and yes, we can talk about I'm hurting. This is an island of hurting people, right? We understand. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's Black in Bali. Black in Bali does exist. There's a community of Black people that they went and they never left. Type shit. They race ever since and Bali respects them. You know what I mean? And I feel like that'll be a good little link up. You know what I'm saying, for sure when we get out there. But I didn't, but it's there. And the framework is there. We want to do these retreats more and more, obviously, in different spaces and different places. That's why we're going to have, I believe, a forum that's going to be going out to people that are interested, because the questions that I ask, those are data points for us that really matter. We really want to know if there's a place that we wasn't considering that we need to consider, if there's certain aspects of healing that we didn't consider that we now can consider. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is a holistic wellness clinic by us, for us, like this, look like and feel like? And as a body, the things that we're producing, you know what I mean? Like, so please, when we send out that form, for those that are interested, we hope all of it just, there's some questions that are gonna help figure out just in the questions alone. Like, am I ready to do this? Am I ready for this? And you are, because you stayed this conversation. But, we just hope that you hear the passion, see the love, the sincerity, the authenticity. This is not hey, yo, I got an idea. Like, I'm genuinely in a space where I can smile in my life. And I was not smiling when I got to Bali. I'm not saying Bali did it. I'm saying that's how Spirit did it for me. And it was on my trip that I'm still going on. You know what I mean? So if this conversation found you, they say Bali calls you. They mad metaphysical of it. So they're like, Bali, she calls you, she heals you. I'm like, that's so sweet. But I understand, because I ain't never known about. But all of a sudden, when I was praying for a way out of my situation, all of a sudden I meet a person and their first answer, their first solution to my problem, what are you talking about? Just come to Bali. This is what she's like, no, this is what we do. That's what people eat, pray, love, whatever the fuck that. She's like, yeah, that's what I'm like, I don't know what you talk about, but I got a family and and legit. And I said, God, you didn't bring me here. I didn't come here not to. I got to do something with this now. Like, I have to. And then she calls me before I leave to tell me, yo, we need to do retreats. I don't even think Jai knew that I had the background in Harlem Children's that I did, with curriculum building, lesson planning, and structuring, programming, and directing. I don't think she understood that, like, hospitality, I owe a favor to Bali now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know. We didn't know, but look at how it's all coming together. So yes, I did want to let you guys know that the structure of the layout, I mean, the structure of the retreat, there are classes daily, right? You're gonna get your classes daily from your instructors. You got breath work, you got meditation, you got sound healing, you got movement with me, and movement can be expansive. I'm also available to do like personal training, specifically fitness based. I am also a fourth degree martial artist, black belt martial artist, so I can do self defense as well. What's up? What's up? What else? And dance, which I really feel is going to be the real healing. So we got that as well. And then we can just do walks. You know what I'm saying? We're going to definitely have yoga. We're going to be doing it all. All right.
Conversation.
Conversation.
Like
Sure.
if there, our intention is to heal. Our intention is to hold space for those things that, you may be called to just give a little bit of attention to, so this is a space where you will be held, you will be supported, you will be listened to, because that's the thing right there. We all have attention. Our attention spans are like, our ability to be vulnerable in tough spaces. Sometimes it's a little difficult, but we wanted to design a space where we can, we can heal. Like we can address those things that are truly like weighing us down, and that we continue to push up under the rug and, not address. Like this is a space to just, just address it. Just see what it's trying to tell you, what it's trying to teach you, and have us as your tribe there, to support this transformation, because everything is a transformation.
Yeah.
So we also, really carefully chose the space that we will rest in. Like this space was, Isini put her work in, right? And she got it for us at a, at a price that allows us to share that with you.
Yeah.
Because this is not motivated by money. This is not motivated by money. Anybody in this building knows that when you call, first, I'm a creative first. That's where in my heart, I'm a creative. Anybody calls to create something, I'm jumping at it. Money is asked about later. That's usually why in my creative career, there's a thing with payment, and like I had to learn the law of compensation. You know what I'm saying? Like as an adult, just recently learning, the power of receiving,
Right.
because we are doers. So this retreat was not designed with oh, we about to make money. And no, it was designed because we want you to leave the last day and like feel like I did something, I transformed something, I gave something attention, and I feel like more of myself. You know what I mean? Like we're going to be doing the same. We're going to be doing the excursions with you,
Yeah.
Experiencing as well, because we're all in need of healing. Healing doesn't end. It does not end. It continues. So I just want you to know that we, where the intention comes from. And just so you know that we, because it is May, and, it is a few months away, because of that. And if you are called to come, don't let money be the thing that stops you from getting back to yourself. Stop you from creating the life that you know that you deserve. We have so many things right now. We have Klarna, we have Affirm, we have all of these different tools that can help us invest in ourselves, because this is what it is. It's an investment. You know, like when we need an outer appearance adjustment, we find the money. You know what I mean? But I had to learn that, I gotta invest in my health. My whole kitchen is filled with herbs. I spend $200 on herbs. You know why? Because when anybody is not feeling well, I want to be able to send you something that'll help you on your healing journey. You know, so like that's my investment. I'm invested in my health first. I don't really care about, other things. You know what I'm saying? So I just want you to know where this intention, where it comes from. And if you call to go, if you want to go, you can go. You will go. Have a conversation with us on the side. Just like I told you, this is not the standard, we going on vacation, like the fee is the fee, like, no, we're called. So if you need to have a conversation with us, like hit us on the side. Yeah. We are here. Like we want to experience this transformation with our tribe, not, with our tribe, because like attracts like, and your healing most guaranteed inspires my healing. That's why we're in this life together. Something that you're going through is connected to what I'm going through. And you're going to see that at the retreat. It always happens like that. Me and Wes have this similar stories, just like me and Walter have similar stories. Then our transformation into this new life, me and Isini have similar stories. You know what I mean? So that's how it is. Everybody is called because we have similar stories and similar healing and similar freedom for our ancestors, because that's why we're here. We're freeing our ancestors, guys. You're freeing your ancestors. You're freeing the generations to follow. You're freeing your nieces, your nephews, your cousins. That's what we're doing.
I gotta say, I brought my altar with me. I went out there. Sure, I know they was probably looking at my bag going crazy. I had coconuts and shit, but I went out there with pictures of my ancestors. I set up my altar. I was like, look where we at, man. Like, look at how serious I'm taking my healing. Look at how far I go what I need. But I was like, the last time I sat in front of y'all, we was not looking at this background. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, and it was emotional because of like, I don't know that my ancestors got to for that.
Right.
For comfort, for love, space, nurturing, for acceptance, refuge. But it's just the fact that I was even allowed, I was brought, I was welcomed, I was invited, it happened. It was healing there, that. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we want to create this container so that people can start to put it in their mind or somewhere in their months and their year and say, this is something that I know I need. If you don't take your car to go get maintenance ever, you don't think that car gonna have some faults. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it just clicked that I do everything that I could possibly do. You know what I'm saying? But have I done everything that I could for my mind? Have I done everything that for my spirit? My mind, it was like, oh, good, I got a prescription and whatever. No, when I spoke to this woman was like, no, that's you do this. I said, oh. I said, well, I understand why my people don't think that they you got we don't do this. So here we are with this. I want to give a big shout out to the fact that this is not just an idea and that this has been something that you guys have done for a minute. So shout out to that because rippled, it rippled, and that's why it's so easy. You know, the minute that you was ready to press the button, spirit is throwing everything. You know what I mean? So we look forward. I look forward to going on this journey. We're rooted to rise. You know what I'm saying? Rooted. I'm rooted forever. Deeply, deeply, deeply. I go deep for my ancestors to be rooted. You feel me? But
Rooted.
I'm here. We're here to hold space. I'm available for calls outside of here, like they said. If anybody wants to just talk about the trip. Shorty, first of all, my 6-year-old daughter made the trip there and back. Loved it. All right, so don't complain. Nobody can. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. That flight is amazing. The food is banging, and they just keep bringing food, and it's good ass food. But yeah, it was dope, and I'm available for anybody that wants to just talk about what it is to chase a good feeling, to chase healing. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Wes, and thank you for that reminder too of like the flight situation. Because again, like how we mentioned, like there'll be certain things that we will allow to create fear in us, right? Like, oh my God, the long flight. But everybody that I know, including my best friend Genesis, her friend, they went out to Bali, and they even forgot how long the flight was because it was like as soon as they landed, it was like everything just went away. And she said the same thing. It was a comfortable flight. The food was amazing, you know, compared like, you know, when we had domestic flights, you know, they give us chips and cookies. But when
Yo,
you're going to the
just
other side of the world, there's a different experience, right? And I think that's something that I'm so excited to experience with everybody, right? Because it's such a gigantic globe, right? And I'm just ready for us to like press that button to like show us, like showing ourselves that we are capable to go into the other side of the world, and whether it's fulfilling our gifts, whether it's healing, whether it's coming together, you know, whether it's us, like you guys using us, right? Because that's what we're here for. Use us, right? And then not saying like in a bad way, like there's no negative in when we say like use us, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other, you know, whether you have an idea that you like inspiration on, call on us. Like we're here to inspire you. We're here to inspire each other. You know, if there's times that you just feel like crying, open doors. We're here to hold you, hug you, and just remind you that you're not alone. Because I think that's one of the things that it becomes scary. We feel like we're alone. Ultimately, we're not. Another thing that we also created, instead of like your typical, oh, you know, go on the link and you see everything, we really want to get to know you. So my wife created a Jot Form where, you know, you just tell us a little more about yourself, um, your reasoning, and the space that you're in with healing. And that helps us, you know, get to know you and how we can come in and guide you as best as possible in this retreat. So if you're interested, you could just put your email into the chat. I'll write down everyone's email. We will send you personal emails with the job form. And then once you're done with the job form, it'll take you directly to the link, and then you're able to see where you'll be staying. The villa is beautiful.
yo,
I'm big on like I'm one thing
yo,
about me, I'm big on aesthetics. Like I love space. I
you
love
did so good.
clean. Like it has everything in there, just to put out there, like, you know, but you'll see
I
everything. We're
I
gonna
didn't
have
have
our
I
in
didn't
villa
have that.
chef. Like it's just gonna be amazing that, you know, everything that we feel that everyone needs in this space, like everything is included.
And can I
Everything.
just chime in a little bit?
Yeah.
Because, you know, we've spoken a lot, but I also want to talk about the music aspect, right? How the music aspect is a major part of this retreat, because I know, like everybody in this room, music has been my best friend throughout my life. You know, I've used music, you know, when certain people that I wanted to be there, they weren't there. That's how I, you know, gained my thick skin. I listened to, you know, I might have turned on some rap to gain that thick skin, you know, to weather the world. You know, we have those songs that, connect you with your ancestry. You don't know why, but it's like, why is those drums? Why is those bongos? Or, why is those, the drums, why are they affecting me like this? Why are they bringing up a sense of strength inside, And also those songs that, just help you to calm down, connect with spirit, connect with the energy of love. Like, so our is curated for all of that. Like, you want to speak about that?
Yes, I'm really excited about this, right? Because I'm coming into my third year of DJing. And when I started DJing, it just took me back because I felt like it was so much bigger than just being a DJ, right? I grew up like watching my uncles and my cousins DJ, and it was always inspiring to me. And then 3 years ago, I lost someone that I was very close to. And that's how we shared space. We shared space in conversation, food, and then music. Um, Shout out to my aunt, Donna. And she had this dinner where, again, she would cook delicious meals. We would have conversations. And then at the end, we would party with the DJ that we had there, DJ Vaughn. And then something was just sparking me, but I just didn't know what it was. I'm like, I just love music. Like ever since I was a child, like any genres of music, like it just always hits here. And then one day I was just listening to music. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. My wife was sleeping.
I was asleep.
She was asleep. And I was just there like, oh my God, like my transitions, like I'm like, I really want to do something with this. And immediately I felt like that was my aunt Donna, like just speaking through me, like, no, this was in your spirit for a long time. Do it. You have family that's been doing this before you was even born. You have cousins that are doing this. Just like do it, reach out and set your intentions. And it was like I felt the spirit. I did it. I jumped on it. I called my cousin Casey. I said, listen, I would love your guidance. Like she came in and she just like opened the door for me. Like, and it was just a beautiful blessing. Then my uncles and my cousins who've been doing this for a very long time, like that's why it's so important for me to continue this space because it's so deep. It's generational. Like it's a complete different world versus just like, oh, I'm just gonna be on camera and just do it and play music. It's like, no, the intention and the room that I'm in, because music is energy, is frequency, the words that we're listening to, the beat that we're dancing to. And when we discussed about doing this retreat, immediately like Wes was like, oh my God, you have to do a Bali playlist. And I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be exciting because of like the tunes that I'm gonna be playing and the words and the mashup. So like I'm really excited about this. Like we're gonna have a beautiful time. Like yes, we're gonna be healing, there will be crying, I'm sure, but it's gonna be worth it because at the end we're gonna celebrate.
Releasing.
We're releasing.
It's not crying.
Yeah, it's not
It's
crying.
releasing.
And at the end, we're gonna celebrate because we're gonna celebrate that we said yes, I am investing in myself. Yes, I am investing in my healing. Saying yes to opening to even like to see what it is to really heal. Is it going to be all done in there? Absolutely not, because we're healing every day as we speak, as we move. Like there's always something that's going to come across in our spirit, and it's okay to just sit down. You don't even have to answer your phone. It's okay, right? Like we're not entitled to jump. It's okay to just sit, be in silence if that's what it is. Play your favorite music because music is healing, and that's like one of the biggest
Intend to yourself. Like we yearning for ourselves. We not yearning for no outside people. Like we think we are. We think we're yearning for our fathers that weren't there. I thought I was yearning for a father that wasn't there. We think we're yearning for these people, people in our lives, that aren't there. But that's not really it. We're yearning for energy. And that energy that we're yearning for is you. because no one knows how to comfort you like you. No one knows how to love you like you, So I think what this is a clearing out of all the other energy, all those, the residue from what others left behind, from relationships, from, trauma, struggles, all that residue is left behind within us. So I think this is a clearing. We go into the land of the gods. We're going to place our bare feet in the ground, and we're going to receive. We're going to give ourselves permission slips to receive, because we say we want so much, but we are so boggled down with all that residue that we can't even allow ourselves to receive. And part of receiving is just waiting, allowing the stars to show you, to twinkle for you, allowing the trees to wave to you, because that's what they're doing. But because you're so boggled down, you can't even see it. Allow the earth, the land to speak to you, to welcome you. The grass to come around your feet and kind of grab your feet, hold your feet. Thankful that you're here, that you're walking this land. It's about you. And, I'm grateful that God chose us to be a part of your world, but this is your world and we live in it. And I'm thankful that you chose us to be a reminder to you, because this is all stuff that but you just forgot. So we are your trusty reminders. And I'm so glad that you chose us to remind you of who you really are. You know what I mean? And who you really are can soar over all of these challenges. So we're gonna, if you could put your email, right?
Yes.
Put your email in. We'll also have we have a record of everybody that was here, right?
Yes. So what I'm gonna do is give me one moment.
So we could probably reach out to everybody in the record of, I'm not really a Instagram type of person, but I'm learning. ChatGPT is helping me. It taught me how to pin a message, so I'm learning. But we're gonna we'll send the Jot Form to everybody in the room. If you're called,
Yes.
we would love to share space with you and share some of these amazing tools and gifts.
Yes. And
your
also,
energy.
I'm going to put in the chat, the retreat Instagram page. There we'll have information there, just so that you can follow. We'll have updates going on there. But yes, if you can put down your email in the chat, that way we'll send you personalized emails, which will include the Jot Form. And then the Jot Form, once it's completed, it'll take you to the retreat page and all the information. And we decided to, since it's Valentine's.
Hold on. You hear the drums? Wait, hold on. We
have the sound bowl or the chime. Valentine's Day weekend. So we were called to give a Valentine's Day. Well, at Valentine's we're gonna do 2 weeks special discount for the retreat, because again, it's not money driven. We don't care about discounts, but we care about you guys joining us and wanting to be a part. And I love a sale. And I love payment plans.
And everything is included. Everything is included except your flight.
Yes, everything is included.
And talk to us on the side, because Wes he's working on getting his travel credentials.
Yes.
So we'll be able to, find the deals and, all of that. So everything is included. Your meals.
Yes.
Travel as far as your transportation, pick up from the airport, you don't have to worry about nothing after that. And then back to the airport. All meals, all excursions, all spa treatments, all everything is included. That's why this price is the way that it is, and we can give a little discount because we got a little discount on our villa.
Yes.
So as we receive, we just share.
Yeah.
And yeah, everything is included except your flight.
Yes. I added from another of our travel pages. I put that as me.
We offer a firm.
Yes.
What is it?
Klarna,
all of them.
Yes. Like I said, I love a sale. I love payment plans because one, it helps your credit too.
Yeah.
And like, again, like it allows you to really invest in what you really want, you know, to be completely transparent. Like I was one to, oh my God, what's the latest shoes? Like I would, but then I started thinking about my investment. I'm like, okay, what's important? A pair of shoes or
DJ equipment.
Or my DJ equipment. And I'm like, all right, the shoes got to be on the side. So I need to invest in my business, my DJ equipment. Like, you know, so these things, like I'm able to have solo conversations with self and realizing like what's important, you know? So we're just so grateful that you guys took the time to be with us today. Getting to know us, more of our retreat. Again, you just put your email in the chat. We're going to reach out to you guys personally via email through our retreat email. We're going to send you the Jot Form, and then the Jot Form is just going to ask you some questions, and it's going to take you directly to the retreat page, and you'll get the view of how the villa looks. It's beautiful. You'll see the itinerary, everything that we're doing. We're going to have free days too, because you're also open to book outside excursions. Of course, we'll talk about that, but we have them listed there. Ashley is going to be our reader.
Yes, book with Ashley.
Book with Ashley, because she is worth it. I promise you. Like, she just opened up like my third eye, like even more, because I'm like, oh my God, like everything that she's saying is alignment. Okay, so I need to focus on this because this is what's going to happen, and experiencing that in real time, you know, because we talk on the side, and you know, like we're very open with each other, and just like how everything that she's told me in the past and how it's happening now, it's just like I'm just so grateful for our family here.
Yeah.
But if anybody has questions, please feel free to either ask us here in the chat, or you can
Ashley, did you want to say something?
Yeah, you wanted me to read Walter's chart. Did you want me to do it here, or did you want
Is Walter, are you still there?
Is he the, let me see if Walter is, yes, Walter is still here.
Walter, okay.
Let's see if he comes back in the chat, because I don't want him to miss anything. I mean, it's real short. Like, I mean, obviously there's a whole lot of information I can give, but just based on like real quick of what I saw. But he has to just let us know when he comes back.
He is here.
Yes, he's here.
Yeah, he's here.
He's there right? You sure he's there right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, for him right now, his birthday just passed a few months ago. This is a big year for him career-wise. So he may be thinking about, I mean, I don't know if obviously if he's settled in his career right now or not, or if he's thinking about jumping to doing something different, maybe looking out for a promotion or things like that. But his career is going to be a major focus. Also, there's a lot of, hold on a second. Raven, I'm busy. What happened? Sorry. So yeah, work and home is really what I'm seeing right now. Not sure if he's thinking about moving or moved already or renovating his home, things like that. Family is also going to be not a concern, but just a major focus. Being more sensitive to the environment, thinking about where he lives, who he's around, how supported he feels. Definitely a strong focus on family and possible caregiving. And right now, also thinking about relationships, contracts, businesses, partners, exes. I'm not sure if they popped up at all, but yeah, partners, exes, clients, co-parenting, if that's a thing, might be something to focus on. And if he is in a relationship, possibly taking it to the next level, making it more serious, or just thinking about it a lot in general, or relationships in general.
Wow. Okay. And you could go deeper, Walter. You could go deeper because that's just the gist of what she wants to say right now, but it's so much deeper because she didn't even really go into houses and stuff.
Right.
Like where your houses is.
Yeah, it gets super technical, but major focus right now is career. And if it's not something he's thinking about right now, it will be. Um, in the next, like it should be. If not now, then I would say in around what's Taurus season? April. So if he's not thinking about his career right now, it's going to be a big, big focus come April, May. So look out for that around that time. But right now, what I'm seeing is a lot of focus on relationships, marriage, engagements, businesses, partnerships, exes might be popping up.
What profession is he going into?
The 10th. He's in his 10th right now. So that's a major thing. And it's ruled by Venus. So that's a very auspicious thing. It's
how you're seen in the public eye, right?
Yeah, so I would say it's really good for promotions, just getting more money. If he's thinking, it would be a good time if he's thinking about jumping and looking for a better paying job. This would be the best time to do it.
But the tenth house is the highest part of your chart, right?
Yeah.
So it's the highest part in the sky. So basically, they say it's your career, it's how you're seen in the public eye, it's know what I mean, like what people respect and know you
if
for.
If you want to launch a business, if you want to change, if you have a business and you want to change your logo, or you just want to change how the business is perceived or the face of it or whatever, then that's a good time. It's a good time to do that. It's really about business time, career time, and also home life, getting the home together. So thinking about, if you want to move, how you want your house to look, you want to start buying new materials for it. You're thinking about moving because you don't like the environment. And he has 2 good planets in the 4th house. So if he's thinking about 1, getting a promotion or going somewhere else, it's a good time. And 2, if he wants to move, very good time to do that this year. He'll find a really nice place.
I hope that kind of alleviated some things. I know, because I know, you have some things on your mind just as far as, just your life and stuff. I hope that it, just gave you some insight because these are your planets. These are your planets and how they
communicate to each other.
Exactly.
To you.
Yeah, how they communicate.
For you.
Exactly. Your chart has nothing to do with nobody else but you, and it's only your energy. It's only your life path. It has nothing to do with anybody else. So that's really why it's the most special thing.
Yes. Because there was nobody born at the same time, down to the millisecond times, down to in the Bronx at that special time of 10:14 at 2:22. You saw that, right? 2:22 a.m. A star was born, and no other star is like that star. So I hope that
and not to like try to toot her horn for her, but I gotta let people know how this came to be. Ashley was not spiritual nothing. You know what I'm saying? Ashley did not really subscribe to that level of anything. You know what I mean? And we was at I think maybe our 7-year mark at that moment in 2020 when shit hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, she found, like, through a homegirl of ours that used to live with us, she found her chart. Like, her homegirl was like, yo, let me see your chart and see what you're going through. She said, what the hell are you talking about? What's a chart? What are you talking about? And Shorty started reading her. Like, and it's not like she's some diviner. Like, that's not, it's literally just, when were you born? I'm going to plug this in and I'm just going to read what it says right here. And it's just telling me that according to, you know, how your waters move when planets move around, this is probably how you're feeling right about now. You know what I'm saying? And when she did that, it saved our relationship. It allowed her to go on this spiritual journey with me. Remember, I said, yo, you don't got to go with me. I don't know what this means. I'm out. She said, nah, my chart says technically it's time for me to go through this with you. And I was like, all right, you know? So, like, even the time in Bali, the reason why I didn't fight that, the reason I was receptive was because my chart said this is about, hey, an international trip might just come your way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm this ain't some woo woo shit, right? I stand on this hill, and I do because long before everybody gave a shit about any of this, like when I was in third grade and we researched Egypt, and I researched the fact that they researched cosmology, I was like, it's always been important for us to know what's going on because that has a direct correlation to what's going on down here.
Yeah.
So
as above, so below.
If these motherfuckers is singing, dancing, and chanting every time at the same time for this thing, there's an understanding of the relationship that we should have.
Yes.
And we should have naturally. And I shouldn't have to fucking pay somebody to tell me anything about my life. You know, so this is free information for everybody. We love to say that. We're not like, she's not a diviner or nothing like that. She's just somebody that, thank God, she obsessed about it. Yeah. Right? Thank God it tripped her nerd trigger because she got deep into houses. She got deep into aspects. She got deep into, okay, how does that planet match with that? What does that quadrant of the sky have to do with this? And then da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. I mean, thank God, because a lot of us ain't gonna do that shit.
Yeah.
A lot of us we already stopped once you passed the signs. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But thank God you know what all of that, like, and it's open to study for everybody. So I do want to say she's not just doing reading. I told her you need to sit down with people that's interested in learning how to understand, just how to understand what this is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in it deep. You know what I'm saying? I don't study the way she studied, but I have to. So. It is extremely, extremely helpful if you want to get readings before the retreat to make sure everything is aligned. Like, I would say do it. Shit, like, you know, whatever it means to you. For me, spirit means going as far as a priest somewhere. Like, that's what I went for, and I got my readings, and I got everything. You know, do what you need to do. This is what's supposed to happen. Everything in alignment with this is meant to. So let it happen. You know what I mean? And we're so grateful that you even decided that this was worth your time today. You know what I mean? And we look for, this already cements everything for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so glad. Like, I'm so glad. Because I was coming back from Bali, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you, Wes. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you to my wife for, like, allowing us to continue this mission. We thank you guys for joining us and, feeling that, you can, set your time to join us and hearing us out and everything that we're bringing to the universe, because this is the universe gift. This is God's gift. And we're just, here in it and just doing God's work. So we're just so grateful. I'm going to send everyone a DM, just thanking you guys, and then with the information. Of course, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any of us. We are here. Whatever you need, we are here. Don't hesitate. we're just so excited. We're excited to hear from you. We're excited to see you. We're excited to be with you.
We going to Bali.
And we're going to go to Bali, guys. So I'll send everyone a message and you'll have all that information. The discount is already to apply. It's all in there. And again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We thank you. We love you. And until next time. Bye,
Yeah.
everyone.
Good job.